You want to
Hello.
introduce yourself first, Siren?
What?
You can introduce yourself first.
Okay. Hi, I'm Siren Richardson. I, let me start that again. Hello, and welcome to the Shattering. It's been a while. It's been, I think, when was the last episode? Let me see. It's been a bit, but today is, it is August 13th, 2022. Evo was last week, I think.
It was.
Yeah, it was last week, last Friday. And I'm Siren Richardson, joined by...
Onyxe Blade, the one and only.
And today is another lovely episode of The Shattering. Last time we did a Shattering episode was apparently April 6th. So it's been a bit. But...
Months.
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Busy lives.
Yep, busy lives indeed. So...
Hope everybody's feeling good today, and those who are joining us now, thank you so much. We truly appreciate it.
Hello, Ryan Bomber. Yeah, it has been forever, Ryan Bomber. Let's see. I think last time we did this, I think Team Southtown hadn't even come out yet. Let me see.
Team Southtown was not out yet. Nope.
Yeah, okay.
Came out in May, so the last show was in April. They came out in May, so definitely not out yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we could talk about a little bit about Team Southtown first, but we got a bunch of things to go over.
Exactly. Well, what you want to start? Because I don't have much to say about that team. Yamazaki, but I really don't have much to say about that team.
What I will say is I do like it. The music was good. I like where they're going kind of story-wise, what they're doing with, like, Kane. Or not Kane, sorry, Hein. And, I like Gisa's moveset for the most part. He's pretty fun. Billy... I like Billy, but they definitely did not, like... They definitely did not do an amazing job.
I honestly would say this is one of the worst renditions of Billy Khan. It really is.
In terms of balance-wise, yes. Moveset-wise, he's not too bad. Like, in terms of, like, where he is, like, balance-wise, because he's not a very good character. This is kind of like how it's, like, KOF 15's version of Ramon might be the worst Ramon out there.
True.
But
Ramon was barely used in 14, so I can't say 15 is much different.
I remember seeing a couple Ramones. I think what really destroyed him is the fact that max mode now costs 2 bars, and he was able to do some interesting combos with the 1 bar max mode. But now it's kind of he's just kind of screwed in bottom tier.
He's probably gonna be there forever.
I mean, I never loved dealing with the character, but I hope he gets a little better.
I like Ramon. He's one of my. I liked him when he was first introduced, but yeah, overall, SK just has not really done a good job making him interesting. I honestly feel like he's one of the characters who definitely needs to sit out the next KOF game. Not counting if KOF 16 is a dream match, which I hope it is, because the Shune Saga, as I said many times before, is a very boring saga that needs to end like now.
I never really hated Shune Saga too much, but I mean, hey.
I did.
It's definitely...
I'm thankful for it, but it's not a great saga.
It's definitely, like, in my opinion, it's not a horrible saga, but I think it's not the best one, because I mean, my opinion, though, on what my favorite saga is...
Our opinions are going to be different. We're not here to, like, lick each other's butts if we have a different opinion.
Right.
Able to express that, definitely.
What I was going to say is I don't know if my opinion is going to be the greatest, because Ash Saga is my favorite saga, so I don't know. A lot of people, I know Ash Saga is, like, the most controversial.
I like the Net Saga is my favorite, but, you know, Ash Saga is definitely a good saga as well.
Yeah. But the bosses have definitely been weird, but... With the Shune Saga, I have a feeling that either they're going to reboot the saga because of the way that they're doing, like, I don't know, they're messing around with time and reality with some of this stuff, but that might just be me.
No, I don't think so. But getting back to Team Southtown, I like Yamazaki. I like the mobster theme was not my favorite. Other than Yamazaki, I think Geese and Billy looks ridiculous fighting in suits. I know Geese fought in suits before, so I'm not saying that per se. But I just don't like care for how look Billy wearing a suit in a fight. Seems silly to me.
I don't know. I feel like Billy in a suit's the best look-wise for Billy, I think, in a while.
I prefer his outfit in the blue. The blue outfit has like the open jacket. We see his abs. I prefer that look for Billy.
Oh yeah, the one from like, isn't it like in '97 or it's in like it's in 2002 UM I think as well maybe. I think his worst outfit, in my opinion, is the one where he's just in overalls. He just kind of looks a little odd.
That's his Fate of Fury one. That was not so bad. I looked good in 13.
It did look fine in 13, but it does look a little odd.
It looks odd because it looks so plain Jane. King of Fighters characters are known to very, very flashy and flamboyant outfits, so that outfit did look very plain compared to the other fighters. But then again, Joe Higashi just wears kickboxing trunks. So.
Right, and he rocks the kickboxing trunks. So does Hua Jai. But yeah. Sometimes some characters could pull off simple looks, like, you know, the Muay Thai fighters, Kim, and like what's his name? Freaking Tung Fu Roo can kind of pull it off too.
But Tung Fu Roo like a master, so it looks good on Tung Fu Roo, like the basic clothing.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Team Southtown for the most part. I feel like Geese is a little underpowered and requires a lot of meter for him to do some crazy stuff, but I mean, he's also fun. Giving him that like overhead like DP thing he has is
the slash.
Yeah, the slash is honestly I think one of the better things they could have given him. Although I do wish they would have given him like Deadly Rave, but Rashomon is my favorite, one of my favorite moves of Geese's.
At least Geese has 2 climaxes, which is something a lot of characters don't have. Rock technically has 2 climaxes, but just a variation of a climax. It's not per se like a brand new climax completely.
Right.
But I think that's cool. They Geese 2 climaxes though. That's pretty cool. I'm
just hoping we get the other Fatal Fury boss, like Krauser, because he's the one I play usually in like '98.
Krauser's pretty fun. I mean, like, so far, the season 1 characters, the only ones I'm really excited about is Team Samurai, which comes out in autumn. Because I'm told Chris the other day, I'm not buying Team Orochi anytime soon. Team Orochi and Orochi seem like wasted slots.
I don't know. They were pretty fun when I played them, but yeah, I guess
if you have fun with that's great, but I'm just like, when they got added. I'm like, really, like, wasn't feeling them. I haven't really been playing King of Fighters 15 lately, but that's just because, you know, I just been busy.
Right. I guess we'll move on to Team Orochi then, if you would like to, or is there...
No problem, unless you have anything you want to add to Southtown.
I mean, I liked Yamazaki's look in Team Southtown. I think this is the best look, personally, because, like, he has, like, the white fur coat from his intro, and I think that's... This is really cool. But...
That is cool. I mean, they did a great job with Yamazaki, just, you know, I feel like Team Southtown as a whole, they're very underwhelmed. I feel like SK definitely needs to touch all 3 of the characters up, especially Billy.
Yeah, they could definitely touch up.
Because, you know, it's crazy to me that a game with such a big roster, or like the same handful of characters are going to use in tournaments.
Yeah, I guess. I saw some variation, but a lot of it's just been like Cronin. I saw in tournament. I saw a lot of Cronin in tournament, and I saw a surprising amount of Chizuru at Evo.
Yeah, well, Chizuru got nice stuff, but Chizuru's not overplayed. I don't feel like she's overplayed.
Right.
Janae, other characters are overplayed, but you know, hey.
I was surprised I hadn't seen any, like, Angel users, although I didn't
Angel's not a strong character. She's cool to watch visually, and I think she's a very cool fighting character, but Angel is not only she requires a lot of execution, which even the best fighting players don't really have, she's also not the strongest character to play.
She does a lot of damage, though, without meter, but with meter, she doesn't really excel, I guess. Yeah. But, because I've seen some on-hell players that are kind of crazy.
I'm not saying, but like I said, she's a very niche character. She's a very expert-only character.
Right. That's how I felt.
On Hell.
That's how I felt kind of about Chizuru, but I think it's just the fast inputs with Chizuru that make it difficult for me. But. But anyway, yeah. Team Awakened Orochi. Yeah, Team Awakened Orochi. I had a lot of fun with like Orochi.
Matt, that be small aside. Before we go on to the next topic, anyone in the comments have anything they want to add?
Oh yeah. Would anyone in the chat like to add anything to their thoughts about Team Southtown? I know it's been a bit since they've come out, but
things you guys feel like need to be fixed with the characters, or you think they're good, people just not playing them right, or just downplaying them, or you feel like the characters are bad and need some more attention? If not, we definitely can move on to the next topic, though.
Okay. I'll give them like a second here to see if anybody would like to add their thoughts. Well, I think we can move on to the next topic.
Yeah,
now.
we can move on.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay, go ahead.
I don't think I had any problems with Team Awakened Orochi when they were released, although they were leaked. When I first saw, like, when they were leaked, I don't know, I didn't feel super great about them, and then I saw them in action, and I thought they were okay. But,
well, that's good.
and then I played them, and I thought they were pretty fun. Like,
that's good.
Orochi Yashiro is pretty fun. But I do agree with, like, Chris in some ways, where, like, they probably should have been, like, EX characters.
My issue with them is, I feel like, don't get me wrong, I think SK did a good attention to it. I like the colors they added to them. I like that they have their own unique story. They have their own intros and stuff like that. And it's not so much that we use the models. It's more to me that I just feel like, considering you're trying to make the game feel unique, do we really need Team Awakened Orochi to be added? I feel like we don't need two versions of Sherman. We didn't need two versions of Chris. We didn't need two versions of Yashiro. Either they play different enough to be their own thing, they're still essentially the same character. I don't think they were worth any money. Now, they were going to give it to us for free like Google was. Fine. You really can't complain about something that's free. Even if you don't like it, it's still free.
Right.
Versus you paying for them. But there's other characters who have been neglected in King of Fighters game. I'm not it's like, screw me, think about Maximum Impact characters, Arena. I'm talking about other fan favorite characters who are neglected, who deserve those 3 slots.
Right.
I just don't feel like Team Awakened. I feel like it was a bad call on SK's part. I really do. I just feel like you had a plethora of other characters you could have looked at to put in King Rise 15, and you chose they'll use remodeled versions, alternate versions of already existing characters. I just strongly, I'm against that idea, and I wish someone at SK could talk the person who made that decision out of doing that, but it's already been done, so oh well.
Fair enough. The way I kind of see it is with, I don't know, I feel like since people haven't seen like Team Orochi in a proper game in a while, and now that there's like a EX system and everything, I feel like maybe SNK was thinking maybe that they wanted, I don't know, that fans wanted to see these other forms of them, but I don't know.
I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, it's not you. I'm not obviously not blaming you. I just don't know. Maybe you're on the money with the logic, but I just personally feel it was a silly decision.
Yeah, it was definitely not their greatest decision, but
I can't really hold on to that. I feel like it was a dumb decision from start to finish.
I'm not gonna be one of those guys who's like, I hate SNK now. They should go bankrupt.
No, it's definitely not. It doesn't warrant that. I still let that one thing stop me for liking SK. SK did so much more good that I'm gonna always criticize them. I don't care. SK is my favorite company. I'm always gonna criticize them when I show my dislike for something. I'm not a piss asser. At the same time, that alone will never make me dislike SNK. Not at all. Hell, if I could still like them at that stupid NFT shit they're a part of, I can sure as hell like them for using redundant characters. So I'm not even close to like on some cancel SNK. I'm just like, I know of the Team Awakened Orochis, but I still love SNK.
Yeah, I'm a big fan too. I mean, I don't have a ton to say about Team Awakened Orochi because I have never been very connected with like the Team Orochi. In fact, they were like probably one of my least favorite teams in KOF 15 because I don't know, I just could never get behind the playstyle of any of them. Like, I couldn't do Chris because it was super, like, I don't know, his gameplay felt a little awkward in my opinion. Same with Yashiro, he felt kind of awkward to me.
My whole thing is, personally, I like the visual of watching Shermie's attack. I like her visual.
Well, no. I'm talking about, like, normal Team Orochi, not Awakened Orochi. I was just talking about, like...
I love Shermie. I'm sorry. For me, Yashiro and Chris do feel funny. I don't mind Yashiro here and there. But I love Shermie. Regular Shermie, I love her. That's one of my favorite fighting grapplers of all time. And one of my favorite SDK women. I love Shermie. Right. So I despise Chris. I think Chris is very mediocre. And Yashiro, sexy, but I don't really care from outside he's sexy. I don't. The only member I like from Team CYS is Shermie.
Yeah. Even Shermie to me, I mean, she doesn't feel awkward. She definitely feels less awkward. I'm more on the side of getting hit by Shermie, so maybe I have some bias where I get thrown and then, like, I see half my health disappear from 2 meters, but you know that's just me. Yeah. I guess we could talk about some of the stuff at Evo if we want. I don't have a ton to say about.
We can talk Team Samurai, but that's part of Evo as well. What are you looking forward to most from Team Samurai in terms of potential gameplay and what they possibly can do?
You know, in all fairness, I haven't played much of Samurai Showdown. I've played a tiny bit of Samurai Showdown 5. I've messed around in training mode in that game. And I don't know if it was really the game for me, because I'm much more of a fan of, like, The Last Blade.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm definitely interested in what Darlie Dagger can do, because she looks kind of cool. From what I've seen.
And she is very cool.
I'm interested in what Hamaru is going to play like in a KOF game. Because I played him...
I think we could kind of look at Neo Geo, where he plays the Neo Geo, maybe something like that.
Well, I meant like the EX system.
Oh, true.
How his moves will work on that. Because I played a tiny bit of Hamaru in Soul Calibur. But, yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a very interesting team, and I'm definitely interested where they're going to go with it story-wise with them. Because I know, like, Nakaruru had that... Oh, I didn't mean to loop this song. This song's been looping for how long now? Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway. Sorry.
But I do hope Nakaru's story kind of, I'm not sure. I'm interested in Team Samurai Showdown because obviously they're coming from their timeline.
Right.
So I wonder if Nakaru's going to make any mention of Mew Mew and Love Heart, or is she going to act like they never existed. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I don't know. Would be, maybe because I have a dark sense of humor. I think would be hilarious is if, like, in their ending, she just shows up to a funeral, and it's just like hinted at that it's not Nakaruru. It's Moi Moi and Love Heart, but that's just me because I don't know. I think that'd be kind of fun.
I hope that's not the case. I just wonder is like it's gonna act like King of Fighters. Because to me, that's like one of the biggest mistakes. You know, I can't tell SK what to do. Obviously, SK want to get back some of their IP. That's SK's prerogative. But I feel like they really made a bad call, giving back the rights to the people who previously owned Love Heart and Mew Mew. I personally would not have done it, especially if I made the character into like a story, add them to like the game's franchise. Because obviously they were a big part of the story as Team Another World. So now it's still like what SK's doing, they're a repeat of the Team Another World story, but this time they're using their own characters, their own IP, which is Hamu and Darlie to be teamed up with Nakaru this time around.
Right.
I just don't know. I really feel like SK made a bad call. Or if SK knew they were never going to keep Mew Mew and Love Heart, they should never have made them so involved in the King of Fighters in the first place. And now I feel like Team Samurai is in a way my only complaint. I think I'm happy for them. Honestly, they're like the team I'm most excited to play. I do feel like they're kind of like SK's way of trying to make up for the bad decision of getting rid of Love Heart and Mew Mew.
Right.
That's just me. But in gameplay, I'm so excited for Dolly, and I'm excited to see Hamu in a King of Fighters game, and
Right.
a King of Fighters game at that.
Right. It'll definitely be interesting. I think that's
Yes.
why they saved them.
And
for...
hopefully it won't be needed character's last appearance either.
Right. Which is I think it's really good. And speaking of Samurai Showdown, Final Showdown, I think is what it's called, is getting a rollback.
No, not Final. Samurai Showdown. It's 2019. It's called Samurai Showdown. It's not Final Showdown.
Is it?
At least
okay.
I don't think it's called Final Showdown. It's Samurai Showdown 2019.
Okay.
It's getting rollback next year in 2023. And think in the springtime. Yes, that's very exciting news. But honestly, if this game, when the game's getting rollback, which I'm never be against rollback.
Right.
But don't you think nowadays with old games getting rollback, do you think it's super necessary for old games to get rollback, or do you think rollback should be really focused on newer games?
I think there should be a mix. I don't think like SNK necessarily needs to bring back all their old fighting games. I mean, sure, I think it'd be nice, but I think if they're going to do it realistically, I think they're going to do a mix. Like bring back some of the fan favorite games, maybe give like rollback to 13 and maybe port 11 if they want to, or make like a KOF 12 UM, but it has like the older graphics instead of it. Like, okay, when I'm saying KOF 12 UM, right, it sounds horrible, right? But I mean like in a way that kind of takes the elements from KOF 11 in 2002, but like gives it the gameplay of 13, but has all those characters that have been in 2003 and 11, where I don't know, just so they can get like a good dream match game for the Ash Saga.
Yeah, the Ash Saga really unfortunately got shitted on, better word using, cheated out of a good dream match saga, a dream match game. The Ash Saga definitely deserved it, but unfortunately it never happened. It wasn't in the cards for SK at the time.
And making kind of like a final 2D dream match game that kind of brings the elements of like 13 or something with it. We're like, you know, yeah.
I remember that those 13 guys named for SK and bankrupt.
Yeah, but not have to take all the graphics from 13 and bankrupt them this time, and maybe just take the graphics from like 11 or 2003 or one of those and kind of upscale it a little bit.
I think people want to see the old traditional sprites in modern day age. There's still people calling King of Fighters 15 a freaking mobile game, which I strongly disagree with. So I don't think that would fare well for SK to even go back to the regular 2D sprites.
Yeah, but they don't need to go back to it. It would be more of a dream match kind of situation where they're, I don't know. I mean,
it'll still be considered a new game, it's new work, so you know how people can be.
Yeah, but you know, they did SNK Heroines, and I don't think people really hated that horribly. I think it was more like, it's like a side project, you know? Because SNK Heroines is a side project, and like, I don't know, sometimes people need a break in between like the big new game to check out something that's kind of more inspired by an older game. But it's like not their big massive new game, right? It's for like the previous fans of the series and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that would be cool, like a proper dream match for the Ash Saga that won't bankrupt SNK in the long run. But yeah. Evo was also very interesting as well, if we would like to move on to that, or if we would like to, if there's anything else KOF 15 related you'd like to talk about before we get into some of the stuff SNK wise at Evo and other stuff at Evo.
Mm-hmm.
Should we what?
It's up to you.
I mean, I know we're going a little fast through this, but like, I think we should move on to Evo, because I think it's one of the things that's on everyone's mind.
That's true.
So, Evo 2022. I mean, this is the first Evo I've actually tuned into because.
Oh, really? You didn't tune into one last year?
Was there an Evo in 2021?
Of course, it was just online.
Okay, I guess I don't think I did.
Was it? Damn, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Sorry, but now, no, I'll just take it as I won. I could have sworn it was Evo last year.
There was I think there was an online Evo, but I
think it was online Evo, yeah.
Because like back in 2019, I hadn't started watching, or I hadn't started playing traditional fighting games. I had started that in like the beginning of 2020, like January 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no Evo at 2020, and I don't think I'd been super into fighting games that hard to where I wanted to watch a tournament yet.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the games I was playing at the time, which was KOF 13, Street Fighter 5, and I think that was it. Like for the major ones I was playing at that time. There was no tournaments for KOF 13, I don't think, on like a main stage at that time.
No.
And there was no Evo at that time. I didn't tune into Evo last year because I think I just didn't feel like it.
That's fair.
Plus, there wasn't like, which I was playing in KOF 14 at that time. There wasn't like I don't think there was a major KOF 14 tournament happening. There might have been, but I don't think there was at that Evo. I didn't have much interest in Street Fighter 5 at that point.
My interest in Street Fighter 5 always went up and down. Really depending on what Capcom did for it and what characters were added.
Right. Like I tuned into like the Street Fighter 5 like update news stuff in 2021, like later in the year when like frickin' Akira and Oro and all that and those guys came out. I tuned into that because I had zero interest in Rose and stuff. But yeah, there was no Smash Bros. I don't think there was a Smash Bros tournament in 2021, maybe? I might be wrong. Anyway,
we're going to focus on this year's Evo.
Yeah, this year's Evo for the most part. So, my main interest in when I was watching at Evo for the most part, I only tuned in like day one and the final like the top 8s because
yes.
I had other things going on and I just was like
I watched Tekken, which Tekken Evo was disappointing. Even though the fight, the matches themselves were good, but the reveal was kind of disappointing. KOF Evo was boring to watch, but the reveal was great. And my favorite Evo was honestly Street Fighter. Street Fighter was my favorite Evo moment because not only Capcom did a damn good job at revealing Kimberly and Jury, watching Idown versus Kuwano was such a good match. I was rooting for Idown to win, but Colleen ended up taking down Idown's Laura. But that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I went to sleep during the Guilty Gear Evo because it was so late I had to work. But I watched majority of Evo, and it was pretty damn fun.
Yeah, I tuned into the top 8 for KOF 15, and I liked it for the most part. I didn't mind it.
You got so tired of seeing Cronin, Bonjin, and Kula everywhere.
I was kind of sick of seeing them too, but I didn't mind it too much. But I'd rather see some more characters.
As me, if I keep seeing the same character on screen over and over, I'm like, it just becomes like a snooze fest for me. I don't want to look at it so much. It's boring.
Because I remember because I think CEO had more variety. I think when I watched CEO, it had more variety. But I also didn't tune into that middle area, the middle days. Like
the middle that I tuned in was more fun too. Watching like people get from the top 64 to the top 48 was very fun. It was long but fun.
I didn't tune into any of that. I don't know where Justin Wong plays because I know he entered for KOF 15.
He did. He indicated. So did Poe.
Yeah.
Just the one. I mean, I'm not sure they made. I think they made like the top 48, but then they got eliminated.
Because I probably would have liked that more. Probably watching that. I might go check that out at some point, but I don't know if it's up anywhere. But
I wouldn't know either.
But yeah, I watched the top 8 because I knew that stuff was going to be revealed there.
Of course.
Anyway, that day 1 was when they revealed, the Samurai Showdown rollback and
yes,
KOF 15 crossplay, which I think is quite exciting.
Yes, that is exciting. Bobby, who you hope? We know Shingo and Kim are coming in 2023. Who you hope also makes it? Like these 2 other characters, you hope that makes it.
Oh, I'm hoping like Shenwu, Duel On, primarily Shenwu, I hope to see, because he's probably one of my favorite KOF characters, if not my favorite KOF character. I know for a fact that we ain't getting Hua Jai, probably, ever.
Yeah, it's very low. Not impossible. Don't ever rule it out where SK is, but very unlikely.
Maybe in a dream match game, but I doubt that even.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see.
I will say High Drive will look visually entertaining. Yeah, he is the greatest. His design is not all that, but it's meant to be a traditional Muay Thai design. But he's a visually fun character to watch, to say the least. And I would like to see how he would translate in a 3D fighter like King of Fighters 15.
The contrast between like the color of his skin and like the pink effects he has on his kicks, and like the way he'll change color if he gets if he drinks, that's definitely very interesting to watch.
Very visually interesting.
Shenwu is kind of.
I would prefer a new climax for him, because it's. I didn't hate his old climax. I just felt like it was a kick that if he hit connected, it just made like a nice slash. Like, that's the only thing I didn't care for Hard Drive. But I love his command grab super a lot.
Yeah, backbreaker. Yeah, that one's great. Shenwu is like another character who's very visually entertaining to watch, because he just absolutely destroys like your health.
I want to see Shenwu and Yashiro so bad, and if Shenwu does make it, Shenwu and Yashiro better have a special intro one of them. Right.
Yeah. I would love to see that. I'd definitely like to see how Duel On would play in a game like KOF 15. I've never played Duel On.
SK does correctly. The Duel On is a very visually entertaining character, and I think it would be very interesting to see what SK would do with him in a 3D fighter. Especially like his smoke attacks, his limb attacks, his weird grooves and stuff like that. I'd love to see how that would translate into 3D. That would be very interesting to see.
Yeah. I'd definitely also like to see Krauser a lot. Wolfgang Krauser. He's like one of my favorite KOF characters / Fatal Fury characters.
Mainly for me, I'll make mine quick. Ain't too much to say. Everybody knows I love Zarina, so Zarina's definitely character I hope to see in 2023. And I would love to see any Maximum Impact original character except Javaka. That's it.
Okay. I don't think there's any Maximum Impact characters I'd want to see, because I never played the games. I just know the one I don't want is like that pop star girl that's not Athena.
I'm talking about Min Young. I love Min Young, but she's not a pop star, she's a witch. But yeah, that's fine. It's the one with the pink hair, right? I'm hoping I'm thinking the right person. Yes, the Min Young. Yeah, that's fine.
In my opinion, I'd like to see like a Bariki 1 character. I think that'd
be cool. I would like to see the dude, the Wild Python, the boxer.
Yeah.
Or the Taekwondo dude. That'd be the 2 characters I'd like to see the most.
I'd say either Rob Python, the Muay Thai guy, or
Guy Tendo. But that's Guy Tendo.
No, not Guy Tendo. The other guy. Hold on, let me find his. I think his name's like Payak.
Oh, the tan. I know who you're talking about. The one with the short hair.
Yeah. And then I'd also like to see his name's.
Right, I thought his fight style is Muay Thai.
I'm trying to. Let me look it up. Hold on.
Let me look at.
Yeah, let me see. Let me look at the Bariki 1 cast. Bariki. Oh god. Iki 1. There we go. So, it is Hayek. Yeah, he has like the shorter hair. He's wearing the green shorts.
I know, I see who you're talking about, but is his fight style Muay Thai?
It is.
It sure is. Okay, it is. Oh, I didn't know he used Muay Thai too. But the guy takes those mixed martial arts, I believe. That's why.
Yeah, and the other character I'd like to see is Jacques Dequois, I think is how you pronounce it. The judo guy from France.
Oh, I think his name's Jacques. I think his France is pronounced Jacques.
His name is like
such an idiot
Jacques,
right now,
yeah, like Jacques or Jacques. I should really know how to pronounce these things. I took French for like a semester and a half. I don't know why. You know what? It's just kind of just, I don't remember. It's a whole different
But the main
language.
one I like to see is a Seo Young Sung. That's the main one I like to see.
Yeah?
I'd like to help. He'd be fantastic for Kim's partner.
Yeah, he
I
would.
think Canada 2023 are coming with teams though, if I know correctly. They're not coming with teams.
Maybe, maybe not. We don't know fully, but...
Yeah, right now it's speculated that single entries though.
Right. Here's the thing with that though, is I saw that there was 4 of them, but there was the ... and more if you look at it, and I'm like, maybe there's not just solo entries, and maybe they're only revealing those 2 because it kind of brings hype.
Yeah, true.
So what's your opinions on Shingo? Because
Who?
Shingo Yabuki.
Shingo. It sounded like you said something else. Oh, Shingo. I adore Shingo. I think Shingo's one of the coolest, funniest characters. And I like the fact that he's kind of like Kyo's Sakura, the way Sakura is to Ryu, but Shingo managed to make his own unique take on the style.
Right.
Plus, I love his relationship with Kyo. He looks up to Kyo, but he's not scared to, have a mind of his own, do his own thing. And I just like, it's a nice contrast that Shingo's a very lovable character.
Yeah.
Maybe one of SK's best.
So, I guess one other character I just thought of. If Shingo is... I hope we get to see Saishu, because Saishu is probably one of my other favorite KOF characters. Saishu Kusanagi.
I love Kyo's dad. Kyo's dad is such a dilf.
Okay.
He is. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine.
But yes, Saishu was pretty fun. I played him in 98 Ultimate match. He's fun.
Oh yes, I almost forgot. Like the character I play in almost every game other than Hydern is Takuma. Takuma would be great too, because he's like Koki.
Depends. I mean, Takuma, I'm not a big fan of the Art of Fighting characters now. Outside of King, and I find a lot of the Art of Fighting characters very boring because they feel so repetitive. That's just me. I'm not like crazy about them. I mean, I'm okay to be in the game, but outside of Ryo and Robert, the less of them, the better.
I guess, but I feel
Now
like
you're gonna bring like Kasumi, EG, or the other more neglected AOF characters. I'm down for that. But Takuma is like, I'm not crazy about Takuma.
I like him because he's like Shoto man, but he takes it to another level, and there's like so many different iterations of him. Because like gameplay wise throughout KOF, I don't know. He seems like an interesting take on a Shoto. It's the same way I feel like about freaking like Gouken. But
I like Gouken though. It's just so funny. Actually, I adore Gouken. I miss Gouken, but
I do
think
too.
it's his story's kind of been told. I don't think Capcom will do anything more with Gouken. They'll probably just end up giving Gouken's moves to Ryu in the near future.
So, I feel like you would have to seen this, but did you see the poster that the SNK and Capcom guys did together?
Yes, the crossover Ryo and Isla against Ryu and Kami, and Shermie and Wugo against Luke and Minot. Those are very beautiful.
I'm hoping something stems from that. I feel like something will, because SNK and Capcom have been kind of in cahoots lately with like re-releasing
they seem to be in
some
better
older
terms. Yeah, as Chris mentioned, they do seem to be in much better terms. But I don't think Capcom SK3 is gonna be anytime soon.
Nah,
I
definitely
think
not.
Maybe a couple more years from now. But at the same time, I'm happy that Capcom and SK are at least back in a good place with each other. At least it seems to be.
I just hope if we do get an SNK versus Capcom 3, or Capcom versus SNK 3, I hope we see Gokid in that at least, or at the very least, what's her name? God, keep forgetting. I don't keep forgetting. I know her name. I play her a bit. Oh God. It starts with an Makoto. Makoto.
Oh yeah, Makoto. I'm surprised she's in one of the categories. I'm really surprised did not make it into Street Fighter 6's base roster, considering how popular she was. But maybe Capcom just DLC.
Right. But yeah. From what I've seen, and I don't know how true it is, leaks-wise, I'm not going to talk about the leaks themselves, but from what I've seen, it looks like it might be teams for KOF DLC. Like,
it's still great. As long as Kim is not with freaking Chain and Troy, I don't care.
Hey, if he's not, I hope he's not with Chang and Choi. I could not.
That's a waste of money. That's a big waste of money in Team Oaktree. I'm Awakening Oaktree. That's
right.
Who the fuck wants to pay for a Chain and Troy? Raise your hands now. Forever hold your peace.
I would also agree that it wouldn't be great if Gong Il came back, but I think they could improve him. Is the thing, because
I mean, I'm not crazy about Gong Il. I do find him mediocre. I personally, but I'll take Gong Il over Chain and Choi.
Me too. The characters I don't want to see in this game, or personally ever in KOF again, are Chang, Choi, and Chin. I can't stand Chin, and I can't stand Chang and Choi. But
I don't hate Chin. Chin's time is way out. I feel like Psycho Soldier needs to move beyond Chin. That's why Athena, started to separate herself from that group because they're very boring and repetitive and unnecessary. Jokes aside, I don't think Chin is needed for any more upcoming KOF games, personally speaking. I don't hate the character though. I just feel like Psycho Soldiers needs to be Athena, Kensu, and you rotate between Momoko and Bao, or you introduce another cool character that complements Athena and Kensu.
I agree. I completely agree.
SK, we can continue ignoring the rest of Psycho Soldiers and just keep using Athena in different teams, which I feel like they're going to do in the future.
I'd be fine with that, but I do kind of like Kensu a little bit. But, trying to think here. Where was I going? Oh, yes.
I mean, I don't hate. I like them, but I see like I just feel like SK's kind of over them.
Yeah. We didn't even see him in like any endings or anything.
Athena's safe. Athena ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But the rest of the Psycho Soldiers,
Yeah. I think with Gong Il, compared to like Chang and Choi, I think he has better potential because he's a new character and he's a master, and I think that he has potential, right?
Yeah. He's gonna stop playing like an EX Kim and need to feel more original.
Right. And SNK can definitely do that, right? Because they've made Robert play like 20 different ways, and they've made it work. So if they can do that, they can definitely fix Gong Il if he were to come back. But personally, I'd like to see Jun-Hoon, or Jae-Hoon for that matter. I like the Kim kids, but
I want to see Meili. Maybe it's time for Meili to come back. Honestly, if Kim does end up getting they're not single injuries, Meili needs to be one of his partners. I'm sorry, there's no argument. There's no debate with me on that one. Meili, it's time for Meili to come back.
While I don't play her, I agree that she should definitely come back because she definitely is important and she has that like energy that is like unmatchable, I think.
And I feel like she's a very unique on Taekwondo, such a style thing where most people don't really do nothing unique with it. SK managed to make Meili feel very unique, which is so shocking they barely use the character.
I know why this character is kind of like this other character I'm about to say is kind of a jobber, but he got really cool in 14. Is Goro Diamond. I would love to see Goro Diamond.
Diamond's not a jobber. He's born. He wins tournaments. So I can't call a character who actually wins tournaments a jobber. Goro Diamond is just so forgettable because he's so basic. That he's the everyday. And I understand that I like Japanese people. I like all people types of the world. If you're a good person, I like you. But Goro Diamond is the most generic take of a Japanese character. That's what her Diamond. While Kyo and Benimaru got some unique flair to him, Diamond's always the big judo guy. That's all he really is.
Yeah.
He really showed like a side personality, which I kind of have a bigger than life personality, but Goro Daimon is so generic. That's why I heard Goro Daimon.
Right.
Like, not the most. He's not the most creative fighter. His look design is just, guy wearing judo pants and a Japanese headband,
Right.
and that's it. Like, he's not. There's nothing crazy about Daimon. He has had the same looks since his debut. The only change to him is like maybe a new grab, a new super. But Daimon is just very one-dimensional. And it's the thing is, I'm not saying that he needs to be like come back wearing some freaking neon, freaking joggers, but I don't. That's what hurts Daimon is that he's always the third guy for Team Japan. He's just like the third guy. Like, that's it.
Yeah, he's like he's always the one that would get cast out, right? Yes,
like he's the most expendable one. SK's always gonna make sure they bet him all somewhere. They even put him in a different team. Kyo's gonna be Kyo Kusanagi to the day SK in the world except expired.
Right.
So always gonna be that Mr. Kusanagi, Mr. KOF. But Daimon is just another person. That's it. Like, he's the third wheel. Like, he's just like, we need a Japanese representation to make the team feel really Japanese. So here's Daimon. That's what he feels like to me. Like, I don't hate the character, but he's very plain bread. He's butter and toast. He's very plain.
Yeah, but some people like that simplicity too. But
yes, that's true.
But yeah.
How are the comments looking?
I mean, it's just the same chat entry the other people had put, the other guy had put before, but.
Okay, so we can continue. Anything else you want to cover?
I don't know. I think that in terms of KOF teams, I definitely am hoping we just get some more Ash Saga representation than Elizabeth and Ash. And
that's fair enough.
I hope we get some like older Fatal Fury representation, like Duck King or Krauser or Lawrence Blood or something like that.
It's not bad. I hope we get more stages. And I'm surprised SK has not added more DLC costumes. Like, they did the costume for Terry and Leona and nothing since then. And I find that so weird. Like, I feel like it's easy money to make a more costume for the characters that are in the game.
I think they may either just be working on it, or they may... Because, like, we've been seeing more DLC costumes as we've been, like, going on, because, like, Team Garo had none, but then all of Team Southtown did. All of Team Awakened Orochi had their, like... Yeah.
To me, it's not really that impressive.
It's not that impressive, but I think they're kind of hearing it, and they're trying a little bit and like dipping their toes into it before they go like full crazy balls to the wall with it. But I mean, if you're gonna dip your toes into it and see people like it, then go ahead, I guess. But I mean, it ain't horrible. I mean, I'd like to see more costumes. I'd personally like to see more stages.
Yes, I don't like the idea that teams are sharing stages.
Yeah.
I really feel like each team should got more unique. Even before like the DLC characters, teams should got stages that really speaks to the character, not just a recolor, not just a day and night thing.
Right.
Because I still feel like KHT fighting the beach is ridiculous. I think the women's team, two team superheroes, should got a more like a carnival stage, just a dead ending like in a carnival, or like one of Athena's idol stages, and Team Secret Agents had kept the stage in Italy.
It's France. But
France. Oh, I thought it was Italy.
I mean the France stage is my favorite stage, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely would like to see some more stages.
I agree.
Especially like that one stage from 95 and 13 where it's like that like fiery like waste disposal area. Kinda.
Oh, and the one with Iori stage?
Yeah, Iori stage.
That is a pretty dope stage.
I know it was kinda in 14, but it wasn't like as crazy looking.
Not really.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I agree. It was not really. I'd like to see the Osaga stage, like the King of Fighters 98 Osaga stage back. I'd like to see that one.
Right.
I think a cool stage to see. I like to see well, would be a pretty cool stage to see again.
I'd like to see.
I'd like to see the beach stage from King of Fighters 11.
Yeah. I'd like to see the Duck King stage from like Fatal Fury 2, or like Duck King's like kind of stage area he was at, like the nightclub.
Oh, okay.
Or there was like some London Eye map at like in KOF 11, I think. That might be kind of cool, where like you get like a view over like London kind of. But you know, the problem with KOF 11 stages is that they're very, very. There's not a lot going on, and that's kind of.
They're not. KOF 11 stages were very lackluster. They were not the best. At least, I mean, the base stage, and then there was some stages they were in the game, like the game console exclusive stages. I felt those were a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like the one where you get like in the like the astronaut area, I think that was pretty cool in 11.
Yeah.
And also another stage I like to see the stage from KOF 13, the stage that Terry, Joe, and Andy had.
Oh, that stage, yeah, the one where they're on like they're kind of on top of a building almost, like a under construction building.
Like inside a cage and like a TV monitor.
Yeah.
That was a pretty dope stage. I like that stage a lot.
I'd like to see like the stage with like all the sumo wrestlers on it from 13, or like the one with the one where they're on the God, what is it? It's like they're like in some like cultist area or something, and it looks just absolutely insane.
Oh, okay. Kind of I think we had a pyramid there.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. That was a pretty interesting stage. 13 has good, nice stages though. That's one thing I would say about 13. They had pretty nice stages.
Or like rock stage from Garo, or like that casino that Jae-hoon is at for his stage from Garo, or something like that.
Oh, okay. Not bad, not bad. Not bad choices at all.
And also,
I
like,
really hope SK doesn't need to flare up King of Fighters 15, because I feel right now that the game has so much potential, but I feel like SK is doing the bare minimum with it.
I think they're I think they're trying to play it safe with some things at the moment, right?
It does, but it's gonna get too safe when it makes the game boring. They need to do something really unique with it, not like to make the game kind of spice it up.
Right.
They do. I honestly feel like they need to do that. So, do you want to discuss anything you like about Street Fighter 6?
Oh yeah, Street Fighter 6. So,
okay.
I mean, the characters that I saw for Street Fighter 6, they're not. I mean, I like them. Don't get me wrong. I think Jury looks cool. I think that Kimberly, I don't know. She has kind of a doll face, but it's alright, I guess. I think it's like a headband, maybe, but like her face kind of looks a little like a Barbie doll in some areas.
That's fine. That's a fine critique. I mean, I like it, but maybe the character probably most likely touch up on all the faces before the game's final release.
Right.
Because I know they did that for Street Fighter 4. They changed Chun-Li's face up a little between when they first showed Chun-Li until what we got in Street Fighter 5, the final version, and saying he would call in.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I get you.
So, you know, Capcom will still update that. So I'm not worried about that too much. So anything that people don't like with the faces, or the faces look a little bit off, Capcom will more than likely handle that before the game's final release.
Here's the thing. Street Fighter, I like it, right? But there's like only a couple of characters that I really stick to. Two of which I'm pretty sure ain't coming back ever because they're like dead. Like, you know, Nash and freaking Goken. But I mean, hopefully we get Urien at some point, because I do like Urien quite a bit. Maybe a rival schools character, like that one, like kind of punk girl that Akira like teamed up with.
Oh, you talking about Yaki?
Yaki, yeah.
Yeah, the one where she has like I think burgundy color hair. She look like a ninja, like schoolgirl.
The one, it's whoever does the super where they punch their own teammate in the face and then start freaking wailing on the other opponent.
I don't know who that is.
I'll have to look
That
it
sounds
up.
good.
But it might be that one. She's kind of like, hold on. Who is on Akira's stage or sorry, Akira's team in Project Justice? Yeah, she has the burgundy hair and she has like a mask on. She looks like
Yeah, that's Zaki.
yeah.
But I mean, hopefully Capcom, but like I said, right now, I think the leak we everybody saw already, these people who are like not living under the rock saw already.
This character.
We already know who the base roster is going to be for Street Fighter 6. So I think all those characters we not seeing, we just got to hope them there'll be DLC, Season 1 DLC, or Season 2. Depends where they may fall at.
Right.
I just hope, you know, Capcom doesn't keep repeating. I think the only character we're going to get again that's going to be DLC in the future is Poison and Rose. Because Poison and Rose do have a lot of fans, and I'm surprised they didn't make the base roster either. But even though funny enough, they're not being played a lot in Street Fighter 5. But because you look at the character usage, they're pretty low on the character usage.
Yeah.
They are popular, but then it's like, which is weird. Like they're popular, but not a lot of people are playing them, which is a weird thing. But they also are more. They're not the easiest characters to play either, to be fair.
Right.
In Street Fighter 5 at least. But so I'm surprised that they're not part of the main roster. Same goes with Makoto. And I'm really surprised. I told this to Chris that there's no Street Fighter 3 representation at all in Street Fighter 5 so far. I mean Street Fighter 6 so far.
Yeah. That is a little odd.
I mean, it's really no alpha representation. But the reason I'm not complaining about alpha because Street Fighter 5 had a lot of alpha representation, so it's okay that Street Fighter 6 doesn't have it. But Street Fighter 5 barely has Street Fighter 3 representation. The only character it had Urien, had Gil later. It has
Oro,
and that's it.
Yeah.
Ibuki and Alex. I almost forgot about.
Oh yeah, Alex. So.
But very limited.
I'm trying to think here. Oh yes, also the whole new like Garo Mark of the Wolves or Fatal Fury or whatever that they're doing as well for SNK side. I almost forgot.
Yes. I mean, I'm happy for hardcore Garou fans. Me personally, I'm very indifferent. I'm not per se a Garou Fatal Fury guy. I'm more of a KOF guy. But I'm happy for the fans who is a new Garou. So it just depends what they do with the game and how the game looks. I might be into it, but I really don't care about it at the moment. I'm happy for the fans. I'm really indifferent to Garou myself.
Yeah. I just hope. I hope it kind of follows the story after Garo, basically, is what I'm hoping.
Yeah, of course. I hope it's definitely doesn't skip nothing.
Yeah. Because, like, I like Hataru, and I like Kane a lot, and, I like Grant. All those characters are really cool. But, where am I going with this? Oh, right. Anyway, yeah, Street Fighter 6. Yeah, so far from what the leaks have said, there aren't like a ton of characters I'm super interested in. So far, I mean, like.
I mean, I like to see what Joe right. I'm like what I saw with Kimberly. I'm very interested in Jamie. You know, I heard he's a tricky character for those who play him. But I'm definitely interested in Jamie. I think he's so sexy, and I like the way he looks and plays in general. I like to see how Mimi plays. I'm interested in what they do with Zangief, Ed, DJ, Cammy, and I want to see how Aki is going to be better than Fang.
I'm interested to see how Ken is, for the most part. Yeah. I think Akuma was said to be in there. Maybe.
Yeah, Akuma's there, but yeah, he should be interested to see how he plays as well. I'm not a super big Akuma guy, that's why I didn't mention.
Yeah.
Like, Do I hate Akuma? No. Do I think he's a great character overall? Yeah. But am I a Akuma guy? Nah, not really.
Yeah. But I don't know. A lot of the characters I'd hope to see in Street Fighter is probably not going to make it because they're either dead or dead.
Super unpopular.
Or like, I don't think Urian's super unpopular, but
I think Yuri pretty like, at least with me, I know for a fact my girl Ingrid. I miss Ingrid so much, but I'll probably be 55 years old before Ingrid makes another Street Fighter game.
yeah. God. Yeah. Ingrid. Trying to think who else would be cool too. I mean, I'd like to see Makoto, but oh yeah, for KOF 15, who would you like to see guest character wise? I think we've talked about this before, but
I like to see a Shandao Z Wayne character. We're gonna get any guest. I'll be okay with a Shandao Z Wayne character.
okay. For me, it'd probably be like a Street Fighter character or like a Fexel character or like trying to think what other fighting games do I play. They search my mind.
Anything else you like to cover?
Oh, a Tekken character would be cool too. I guess.
Hey, we can take it really quick because I got to get ready to go in a little bit.
Yeah, I think. I guess we could very briefly talk about like the Tekken balances and the whatever Tekken teaser we got. Because I don't even know what to say about the Tekken teaser.
I mean, you just show Kazooie, really nothing to say. I mean, the balance is, honestly, I'm not sure what kind of balance it is. It doesn't look all that interesting to me from what I seen for that little show, for that Harada show. I just hope my girl Nina gets good buffs and they fix some of her hitbox issues. Honestly, that's all I really care about, honestly, at this point. I don't know who's going to get nerfed or buffed. If they please don't buff Elisa, don't buff Xiao Yu, don't buff freaking Claudio, all those crazy stupid characters. I just want more characters to be normalized. But if honestly, any because of that patch, I hope Nina's better than what she is now. That's all. My expectations for Tekken is kind of low because Tekken 7 is just super old right now, and I play it because I enjoy it, but the game is definitely winning its course.
Yeah.
So I just hope, you know, we get like a more details of what's the actual project, but is indeed Tekken 8 and doing the Tekken World Tournament from Harada.
Yeah.
But I was like, really have nothing much to say about a game that's barely showing us anything. I can't talk about something that I barely know about.
I guess there's one final topic I have because.
Okay, go ahead.
So there's this article I read a while back, and it was talking about how, Harada wanted to make a crossover fighting game of like all the other fighting games or something.
I heard about that a while ago too. I mean, it's not impossible, but it will take a lot of work and resources. I don't know how likely that is. Maybe something could do someday, but it's not something that's going to happen
anytime soon.
1, 2, 3. Not anytime soon.
But I still think it's interesting, you know, because like, you know, Harada makes one of the biggest, or is the producer for one of the biggest fighting games.
Fighting games, yeah, that's true. That is very true. I guess that made his props. Very, very true.
You know, for the most part, I feel like if out of the few people that could do it, I feel like he'd be one of them to be able to do it. But definitely curious as to who he would pick. If you had to pick some fighting game franchises to slap together, what fighting games do you think he would pick, or you would like to see, or anything?
Slap together with me, I had to do. I would definitely do King of Fighters, Street Fighter, Dead or Alive, Tekken, Virtual Fighters. I like to do some more niche fighting games, like fighting that people don't really pay attention to, as well, like Chaos Code or the Wumblefish or Arcana Hearts. and trying to think, Groove on Fight, those games as well. And a little bit on top of my ultimate fighting game fantasy is a Fate fighting game.
Yeah.
That'd be like what things I like to see, like the Fate series, Fate Grand Order for those who don't know. And pretty much that's about it that I'll do with a fighting mix up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Another fun idea was I think a lot of these indie fighting games companies should do together in the future, come together and make a fighting game using their indie characters.
There is something kind of like that right now. There's like this game, let me see. There's this game that is like a platform fighter where it's a bunch of indie games that people are working on. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. It is called... okay, I sent it to my friend. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. There's a fighting game where a bunch of like indie developers, not necessarily for fighting games, but like indie games are coming together, kinda, for like a fighting game. Let me see if I can find it real quick. God, where is it? Oh, Fraymakers.
Okay.
So there's this game called Fraymakers that has a bunch of that has a bunch of indie game characters that are quite popular. Yeah.
That's cool.
You have your like.
How's the chat going? Chat got anything you want to add to the conversation?
Nope, not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Okay. Anything else you like to talk about real quick, side if I get going?
No, probably not. I think that we could probably end it here.
Okay, that sounds perfect to me. Anyways, guys, my name is Onyx Blade. You can check out my YouTube channel, and I have a book out called Forbidden for those who are interested. It's right now on Amazon for $6 plus shipping and handling, which I don't think is much. And you can also find me on Twitch as well as Onyx Blade. And that's all I want to share for now.
Alright. I'm Siren Richardson. You know, if you all know me, you're at this channel, you probably know. If you don't know, I do a bunch of different games, but I do, for the most part, fighting games at the moment, but I might get back into doing other video games as well. I do reactions to fighting game trailers, and, you know, the occasional odd video here and there that is, I don't even know, just some wacky shit. Anyway, if you guys, you know, like the stream, leave a like, share it with all your friends and all that who you think would be interested.
And thank you for coming by and watching our show. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, leave a comment on the VOD telling me who, you know, your opinions on some of this stuff. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
See you next Shattering, guys. Hopefully not months from now.